All right, so do you feel like you can't even talk to people because your confidence is so low based on your body and what you look like, and you just don't have that self-worth that you know you deserve? If so, it's completely normal. Myself and my clients went through the exact same thing. So in this video, I'm gonna go over how you can fix that, how to combat that in the exact strategy, in the exact way that I did it myself, how my clients use it as well, using the muscle metabolism. Let's get into it. So let's start with my story. Who am I? My name is Jake Bowman. I was skinny fat. I was super uncomfortable with my body. I felt the unconfidence. I felt like I couldn't make friends with people. I felt like I could barely talk to people because I was so unsure in my body. And everywhere I would go, I would just feel like it was a constant weight just coming down on me all the time. And I tried a bunch of different things. You know, I tried dieting, I tried keto, I tried carnivore, I tried just fasting and starving myself. And sadly, I did see results with that, but it was not sustainable. And I felt awful the entire time. And my confidence that I wanted to grow just absolutely got crushed and demolished, especially when I would fail and just start again from ground zero. It just wasn't good. It wasn't a good progression line for me. So going from that point to eventually knowing that I needed to change, when I was really ready, I wasn't sure what to do. So this led me to do like at-home bodyweight workouts to see if that would work, and it really didn't, wasn't sustainable. And like I said, I tried with the diets. Now, when I first started going to the gym, I started to intake as much education and knowledge as I could as possible, watching YouTube videos, reading studies, scientific studies, or just reading books just to learn about a bunch of different things about how to optimize your diet, your training, and nutrition, because I wanted to lose the fat as soon as possible and get as much muscle on me as soon as possible, because I wanted to be have visible muscle, visible abs, wanted to have like veins in my biceps, like a V-taper on my back. I wanted all those things, and I felt like I deserved it, but I wanted to get there as quick as possible. So I took control. I was like, I'm gonna learn everything and just apply it as best I can. And after my studying and after me learning for so long, that's when I came up with this strategy of the muscle metabolism. So what is the muscle metabolism? You gotta think about where you are right now. Say that you're skinny fat or you're just overweight. You don't have a ton of muscle on you. You probably have a decent amount or not at all, which is completely fine, but you don't have as much as you should be. So when there's muscle on your body, muscle constantly burns calories because it takes more energy to just even hold that muscle on your body. So that muscle being there, like I said, is going to burn even more calories. So say where you are right now, if you start going to the gym and you start doing cardio, just doing cardio and dieting, for example, yes, you're gonna lose weight because your calorie maintenance, calories, we're gonna get into that a little later. But with the muscle metabolism, as you're building muscle, you can build muscle and lose weight at the same time, because that muscle is now going to burn even more calories on top of your dieting and on top of your cardio as well, if you wanna do a little bit of that. That's how the muscle metabolism works. It's a really cool strategy, and just using it in a certain way, it uses your ATP stores, which I know it's a big word, don't let it confuse you. It's just pretty much how much energy you have in your body. Using that when you go to the gym, turning it into actually burning the fat off of you. Works really nicely. So that's exactly how the muscle metabolism works. Now, going into the nutrition, I believe it's very important to have balance. Balance is one of the biggest things, because think about it. If a diet is like a crash diet, like for example, the other day I saw this video about an all egg diet where you just eat hard-boiled eggs all day and water, vitamins. That's so unsustainable. You can't do that for the rest of your life. Say you have to go out with family, you have to go out with your friends. You can't just bring a couple eggs with you and be like, yep, I'm completely happy just eating some eggs while you guys are out eating really good food. No, it's not sustainable for life. So a good diet is one that you can incorporate, you know, when you go out, when you're at home, and it's simple to follow. It's not anything crazy, not super strict, and it's not really cutting anything out, but just having a good diet in moderation. Realizing that you can kind of cheat every once in a while if it fits your calories, you know, and just budgeting that way. And then not necessarily always eating healthy, because that's what people think. They don't think about calories or anything like that, and they just think, okay, well, let me just eat healthier and I'll lose weight. So yes, it's kind of indirectly true. There's just such an easier way, a more sustainable way to do it. So what I do, and what I suggest my clients to do as well, I give them recipes, is look up your favorite food. Say that's pizza, cinnamon rolls, something like that, and look up either high protein or low calorie cinnamon rolls, high protein pizza. There's definitely recipes for that online, and they're very simple, pretty easy. And then you click this, you build up like almost like an arsenal of all these recipes that you love, and you can just constantly eat them. You're like, well, what am I craving today? I'm craving a hamburger. Okay, let me look up high protein hamburger. And then you go to the store, you buy things, and you make it. It's really not that hard. And you're gonna be saving calories, putting on even more protein in the day. So with the protein, a good number that I like to hit, because I hear a lot of people always ask, like, well, how much protein should I get? How many calories should I eat? For your protein, anywhere from 100 to 240 grams per day. It's a pretty easy number to remember. If you want, you can just think of it as 250, if that makes it easier, because more doesn't really hurt. But also eating 4 to 6 times per day, eating more, because when I was starting myself, when I was only eating once, twice, 3 times a day on small portions, I was so hungry. Or if you save all of your meals just for one meal later in the day, you're gonna wanna eat a ton more and probably go over your calories, allowing you to add on weight, which is not what we wanna do here. So eating 4 to 6 times per day with lower calorie foods, it'll easily allow you to do that. You won't feel like you're starving. You're not eating 4 snacks. You're eating, 4 meals and then like 2 snack/meal type things. And it's really good and it's really sustainable for the long term. Getting in that protein is also important too, because when you're going to the gym and starting the activation of the muscle metabolism, your muscle fibers, they're tearing apart when you're at the gym. That's why it literally hurts to work out, or that's why you're sore afterwards. It's because your muscle fibers, they're breaking and tearing. And when they do that, it allows it to build more muscle because let me explain to you. So say you're doing bicep curls and you can do a 50-pound bar and you do it for like 10, 12 reps and they're pretty hard and you get close to failure. Now, the next time that you go, your body's like, okay, well, we lifted the 50-pound last time. So now you do the 60 and you get to 60, you almost get to 12. And right before you get to 12, say at like 10 or 11th rep, your muscles are like, oh, I can't take this. This is more than what I'm used to. I'm not used to this. So that's okay, I'm gonna build even more so that I could be used to that 60-pound next time. That's why it wants to build, is because it's getting used to you pretty much abusing it, carefully, you're not breaking yourself in the gym, but that's how it works. But the point is, you need enough protein to actually incur the healing process. Because if you don't have protein, you're gonna be extremely sore for days, and that's very painful. We all probably know that, how tough it is to be sore. So eating protein, that's why the 4 to 6 times per day is also important, because if you just put all of your protein in one meal, for example, one of my clients, Gio, he said how he used to eat like 120 grams of protein or 180 grams of protein. It was a good amount in just one meal later in the day, and the rest would be like whatever. That's not gonna work. No wonder he wasn't growing muscle at that time, or not enough as he was later. It's because when you space it out, then your body can take it in better. So if you give your body all this protein all at once, it can't digest all of that. It's gonna take what it can, like maybe 40, 50 grams of, let's say 100, and the rest, it's just gonna get like shit out. Like it's not going anywhere, honestly. They're just wasting it. So 4 to 6 meals per day is the golden amount. Eat more, you'll feel better too. So now going into the training, it's important to progressive overload. So what that means is you're not just going in the gym and doing the motions every day. You're not just kind of walking around, what looks good. Okay, I'll do chest, I guess. And then being lost and not going, that's not sustainable. And also you're not gonna make growth because you don't have an actual plan or a progress set in place for you. So what I do with my clients is we have compound movements. So these are things such as bench press, squat, could be a lat pull down as well. Anything that's working multiple muscle groups. So the lat pull down is working your lats, your traps, which are pretty much your back, and your biceps. And the squat is doing your quads, hamstrings, a little bit of your calves, and your abs too. So it's working multiple muscles. Now when you do those, it's important to do more, but more of those than accessories, I mean. When you're doing those, track them week by week. So we have a 3-week system. So the first week for, I just did it today, which was it? Deadlift. The first week I did 10 reps, 3 sets for 10 reps. The second week, I'll do 3 sets for 12 reps. Or no, sorry, I went the other way. Second week is 3 sets for 8 reps. And the third week is 3 sets for 6 reps. The point is, it's just going down in reps every time. So that way you're getting stronger every week and you track what you do. So for example, I went very light. I just did 225 pounds for 10. Now, after I do week 2 and week 3, when I go back to week 1, I'll see that and be like, okay, I did 225. I know that I need to grow and I'm probably making enough muscle to grow again. So let me do 245. Something to just grow every time, and actually writing it down and tracking it is gonna actually get you the growth. Because if you don't track it and it's all just in your head, and you're gonna forget, or you're just not gonna see any progress, or you might even drop in weights, which is not what you wanna do either. Because that way you're gonna be constantly building muscle, putting on size, activating the muscle metabolism even quicker. So also with regards to being in the gym, dude, 4 days a week, that's it. Don't do any more. People are doing 5 days. I was just talking to a guy who was doing like 6 days a week, and I'm like, you don't need to be spending that much time in the gym. It's only hurting you, because 4 days is all you need, okay? This is the exact split that me and my clients use. It is push, so it's chest, shoulders, triceps, pull, which is back and biceps, and then leg day, which is quads, hamstrings, calves, and the fourth day, which I actually just did today, was quads, back, and abs. It's a really fun day, but 4 days a week, you have 3 days off, and you can put them wherever. As long as you feel not sore and you're recovered, then you can have your 3 rest days whenever, but just 4 days a week is all you need. And simple exercises. Now, because we're using mostly compound movements, like I said before, using multiple muscle groups like the squat, lat pull down, you don't need that many exercises. You should really only be there for an hour to max an hour and a half. For example, today I was there for like an hour and 10 minutes. It was absolutely nothing, but I went hard and I used the compound movements, so my muscle got worked very, very well, and I was tracking too. So you're gonna be seeing growth that way. It's just the most optimal and the best way to do it. And if you do more, you're just gonna risk overtraining or just wasting your time in the gym or not doing the right movements. So moving on from training, now going to consistency and accountability. It's so important, dude. I know that a lot of my clients before they were working with me, they're saying they were struggling with motivation and feeling like they just couldn't stay consistent with things, and that was like their biggest issue. They just felt like they would start one day, they would go and they'd be good for about a month, and then they would drop off after that, and then feel like they were starting again from zero. Another one of my clients was saying that like he would go and he'd get really sore, and he hated him being sore, so he wouldn't go for a while, like a month or so. And then when he went back, he was like, dude, I'm even more sore now. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And when he worked with me, we figured it out, and he was able to just get moving on and get over that. But the point is, being consistent is so important, and finding that motivation to keep going can be hard if you don't have a solid reason why. That's what you need. When you have your reason why, let me explain what a reason why is for first of all. So why am I, for example, going to the gym? Why did I want to go from skinny fat to where I am now to even better and greater next year and the year after that, continuing on for life? My reason why is I want to live a long time, I want to be proud of my body, I want to be confident, and I want to be comfortable with my shirt off forever, and also just know that I'm constantly making progress. So that was something that I wasn't really possessing before, because I didn't feel comfortable with my shirt off. I was constantly wearing hoodies, or I was wearing like a swim shirt going to the pool, the beach, and I didn't like my body. And the confidence was a big part of that too. So that was my big reason why I was like, okay, I want to be confident in my body and prove to myself that, look, I can do this. I am strong. And that's exactly what I did. So having that reason why is good to rely on rather than motivation. So motivation may come from this video. It may come from like a cool TikTok you saw or something like that. And you're like, okay, dude, this is really cool. I'm gonna go to the gym. I wanna be strong just like this guy. I wanna be ripped just like Jake or whatever. Which is cool, but that only lasts for so long. Motivation only lasts for as long as you make it. That could be a couple days, a week, maybe an hour. Motivation fades, and it's always good to find motivation. Motivation doesn't hurt, but instead relying on your discipline and your reason why. That's what always brings you back to yourself, is your big reason why. So if you haven't already, literally right now, just like type out or put in the comments if you want. I can look at them and let you know how they are. Your reason why. Drop in the comments your reason why. Just type it out and actually have it written, so that way you know your reason why. You can constantly refer back to it. This could be like, okay, I'm gonna do this because I know I deserve a better life. I'm going to do this so that I'm able to hold conversations with people and feel confident in myself and not have that be an obstacle. I want to have enough confidence to be able to make friends with people and actually trust that they like me for me rather than anything else, okay? So whatever your reason why is, or like, well, I want to impress my friends and family because I've said, oh, I'm gonna go on a diet, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna lose the weight, and you still just never do. So just find your reason why, make sure it's strong, and write it out. Literally write it out right now. Pause this video if you have to, just write it out. So once you have your reason why, That's what really guides you. Now, also having someone to hold you accountable and guide you can really help you a ton too. So for me, when I started, my friend and I, we started going to the gym together. And that really helped a good amount. You don't need that by any means. You don't need someone there to help you because it was only for a couple of months in the beginning. But having someone to hold you accountable and be like, dude, listen, we're gonna go to the gym. Did you eat right today? Did you do your cardio? You know, like having someone else is gonna make sure you keep going. And now that you're continuing to go, you're just gonna see constant results because it's also, there's another protection layer in place. You can think about like another protection layer to help you is someone else, because when someone else is watching you, it's awesome. Now it helps even more if that person has more knowledge and they actually have something to teach you or to guide you with. Now this is where something like a mentor could come in place. It could really help you out, but you can do it on your own. It's completely possible. This is just an added bonus to help you and give you almost like a protective safety net to be like, look, I'm gonna hold you accountable even when you don't. But if you don't wanna do that, it's okay. You don't have to have someone to hold you accountable. Hold yourself accountable too, because even if you have someone or you don't, you're still gonna need to hold yourself accountable to your why. Got it? Okay. So going on from that, now just recap. So the muscle metabolism, how it works, now we know. You go to the gym, you put on muscle by training, eating your protein, having more muscle on your body, along with lowering your calories week by week, will allow you to lose weight sustainably and consistently over time. And you're gonna build muscle, lean muscle at the same time. So like win-win. And then the nutrition, eating things that are realistic, that you actually enjoy eating, looking up for your favorite recipes, enjoying them. Excuse me. Training, going to the gym 4 times per week with the split, push, pull, legs, quads, back, and abs for an hour, not really any more than that, okay? And then consistency, finding your why and sticking with it. Consistency is literally the glue to all of this. All this stuff doesn't go together if you're not consistent, okay? And the why is the real thing that holds it all together. Now, along with the consistency, accountability. If you feel like you really want someone there to guide you, someone there to push you, someone with experience and knowledge who actually does this, then I'll have a link in the description where you can apply to work with me if you want. I will be there to help you out, support you, guide you, welcome you onto the team, and actually give you everything you need, the proper training split, proper training tracker, calorie tracker, diet routine, an entire grocery list, recipes. There's so much stuff. Having that guidance and just having me there to talk to you every day, give you the daily motivation like I do for all my clients, just holding you accountable, be like, oh, how is this going? How's your diets going? How did your training go today? Okay, cool. Are you doing your daily habits? You know, just thinking about all those things together to just hold you accountable and be like, you got this, you're gonna get the results. With my help, I can promise you will lose up to 25 pounds and build lean muscle all in less than just 90 days. Literally go implement this stuff. Go make your training routine, find a couple recipes you enjoy and actually make them, and then find your why. And if you wanna leave your why in the comments, then I'll respond to you and rate your why and see how good it is and see what you can improve, because I'm here to help you out. So, hope you like this video, and remember, you got this.